Oh my God. Yes, it's not a joke. It's a billion times bigger. Don't worry yet. The market is a little quiet right now. You might be tired getting ready for your barbecues on Monday, but the market keeps going, and we have some fascinating news for you. We obtain news on the huge whale that is still adding to his Bitcoin holdings. Will this end in a lot of money or, a lot of sadness? We also acquired the schedule for the Bitcoin conference. That's interesting. We got the president last year and he's coming this year. We'll also look at what's going on with XRP. An interesting specialist is coming into the world of XRP. I'll tell you everything. He said that a million is a billion times bigger. You will get it. Don't worry about it. All I asked him to do was give me a nice smile to send out those positive feelings. Hit the like button with all your might. My father-in-law is snoozing in the background. He is spending the night with us, and he snores like a truck. That's all there is to it. Let's get started. It's fine. It's fine. At some point in your life, you start to snore. What are your options? XRP is now worth $2.33, which is a 1.86% increase from the previous day. But XRP is still lower than it was just a few days ago. So far, XRP has stayed in the 227 range. Bitcoin is still worth more than $108,000. Thus, it has been able to stay in the $1 to 6,460 range. Ethereum is still worth more than 2,500. And in general, you have some red and some green. But I believe it's a mix of two things. It's a little bit of a letdown that the market isn't in the pump it up period. But I also think that this extended weekend is having an effect on the views on YouTube. Like, I can see that everyone is sad. Also, folks that only write about Bitcoin seem to have less views as well. There are less views on stock channels. I guess it's just because it's a holiday weekend. I don't believe it's like people are giving up on crypto or putting their hands up on it. I think people are actually very, very bullish about the crypto industry, though. It's just a short affair. We've been here before. We will be back here. You know how I adore the saying. It's a lovely expression, that meaning one day honey, one day onion. So we have a couple days of onions. But I love onions. I don't know. I don't think it's a negative thing. Most of the time, I see the glass as half full. I always try to find the good in everything. I see a few days off as a chance, though. It's also excellent if we have some good days and some great days. I strive to see everything as a good thing. Is that right? So maybe that's a mistake. Some individuals would see that as a problem. I think it's a good thing, But even though I'm hopeful, I'm being wary. Is that right? When I was younger, I wasn't carefree, but I was more aggressive, maybe. And now, because of things that have happened to me in the last few years, I often think about how a missile may fall at any moment, or how someone could come after me. You never know what's going to happen, so you have to be alert. We had rockets for 2 or 3 nights in a succession, perhaps tonight. So hopefully, missiles. There were no missiles last night. So let's pray there are no rockets tonight. And my father-in-law is sleeping in the bomb shelter with my oldest son. So if we have to move into the bomb shelter too, there definitely won't be enough place on the bed. So, Greg, let's hope for the best. Okay, so let's get back to the program. After that, I think you should hit the like button. No, it's not a bit. It's a factual story, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with the market in the next few days. We talked about how James Wynne cut back on some of his position after Bitcoin hit 110 a few days ago. Then he raised it a little bit further, and then he raised it again to 1 billion. He went from 800 million to 1 billion. He went from 1 billion to 800 million, then back to 1 billion, and now he's back to 1.2 billion. And he's still ahead by 4 million. Price for liquidation, $1, $5, and 1 cent 79 cents. You know, if it breaks here, well, sure, yeah, yes, that's going to be a very terrible thing. I don't know if he has a way to quit losing. He might have a stop loss before that. But this is going to be really intriguing to see what occurs. Earlier this morning, I said that it looks like big people are trying to get them out. I get why, but I don't like it. And we'll see how that goes. Short-term price activity for Bitcoin. And of course, Bitcoin has an effect on the rest of the crypto market and the outbound market. So you want to see the market moving up, right? A lot of people commented on what I said in the video earlier today. I said that we need to see 70% on the Bitcoin dominance. And people were like, what do you mean by 70%? Well, two things. Simple to understand. I don't remember if I stated Bitcoin dominance, but if I don't say it now with AI, it's not a critique of the commentators. It's simply like a tip, okay? If I say something, it's possible that I've talked about it a lot, so I don't go into detail in every video. Okay? I talked to AI today. Hey, ChatGPT. Hey, Grok, what does it mean for Bitcoin to be dominant, and why do some say 70%? It will give you a full explanation of it. Isn't that right? It's incredible how far we've come in such a short amount of time. So, once more, I went over these items. I'll explain it extremely briefly right now, but we can do it so well, using AI. It's not going to make me useless because, ChatGPT doesn't have the same dad jokes that I have. It might. Not sure. It could happen in the future. But in short, we observed that Bitcoin dominance is the proportion of Bitcoin in the entire market value of the crypto market. So at now, it makes up 64% of the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies, the $3,360 billion. Is that right? In the past, Bitcoin's share of the overall crypto market cap reached the 70% level, which meant that it was 70% of the whole crypto market cap. And then it started to fall back down because it had gotten too huge, some people would argue, for the market. Then money started to leave Bitcoin and go into Ethereum and altcoins. That's when we saw that run go up. We made it to 65%. Is that right? We had that great little run up in altcoins, and now we're seeing the dominance coming back up. This could have been the drop preceding the rise to 70%. Let's see how it goes. I don't know precisely when, how, when, or why, but a lot of Bitcoin experts have been saying that the 70% area is the one we need to keep an eye on. So I'm going to go with them, and I'm going to lock in that 70%. If we reach 70%, that will be a very strong hint that money is going to start moving from Bitcoin to the Alcoa market. This is because Bitcoin is taking too much of the crypto market cap. So just be careful about that. As always, this is not financial advice. Before you invest, always do your own research. It could happen before or after. This is only a theory. Okay? Also, keep in mind that I will never ask you to sign up for anything or pay me money through social media. Those people are trying to swindle you. Also, I don't having an ad that talks about XRP or something like that. It's not real. It's AI. Don't click on anything. Don't look at anything. It's not just me. I also think of Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, Elon Musk, and others. I made it big, guys. People made a movie of me advertising things with AI. If you spot it, report it. No one emailed me a screenshot, so they might have stopped it. I don't know. But please tell me in the comments. So, speakers at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas in 2025, at the convention last year, we had then President Trump, who is now President Trump, speak. This time, we're getting two Trumps. That's right. But not the big one. We're getting the VP, and we're getting it. Before, it was a past president. Now it's the current vice president. So it's still good. So we're getting J.D. Vance and Ross Ulbricht. The guy who invented the website, you know what? I don't want to say it. I have no idea. I think I might get demonetized or something like that. I don't know. Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump. So, we are getting a Donald Trump, but not the one who is older. Michael Saylor, who is on the right, and Cynthia Loomis, who is in charge of the commission, are both coming. So strong. Line up. Sadly, I won't be in Las Vegas. I suppose I'm going to start going to meetings. You know, it's just far away. And in this case, I don't feel safe leaving my wife alone with the kids. I don't know. But that's exactly how I feel about the whole thing. But you know, I might start going to some conferences soon. I would definitely go to the US ones if I lived there, but I don't. So, I didn't get to go to Dubai. That's my fault. I should have left. It's nearby. This is an interesting remark, and I bet you clicked on the video because of the number you put in the title, or maybe the thumbnail. And some people will be angry about it in the comments, but I'll explain what happened here. So John Wingate, the CEO of Bank Social, is in charge of the evolution of financial help with DFI and credit units, crypto, and DLT, and V Evangelist. I just met with the Ripple team. A very good meeting. The best encounter in history, maybe. Settlements between countries. Adara and HBAR are still a big part of the plan, and now XRP is too. You need to think bigger. Think large, then get out. Is that right? Someone said, my zero key is stuck. So much bigger than most people can think of. Is that right?